Hi there. In this moment, I'm going to explain you. Okay, I'm going to create this video for you because I want you to have this material that you can access to it wherever you want if you forgot something about all that I'm going to explain in this moment about HTML. Okay, so I'm going to start from zero. Let's suppose that this is our first class. So let's see. Now, remember that this is the table that we are going to start creating in the activity that we are doing in this moment. So I'm going to go here to Excel and I'm going to explain you something here. Okay, so let me put the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, E, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, and X. Okay, so there we have. Now, if you notice here, we are going to get from this table to this table. Okay, so let's see. A is taking place of. So let me see. In the image, you have all these cells merge. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to take the same table. I'm going to create it. I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to select A, B, E, and F, and I'm going to use this option that is merge and center. Okay, I'm going to give it okay. Okay, so that means that if you want to get a cell like this, you need to merge A, B, E, and F. That means that A is going to take all those places. It's the same with C. So you want to have the same with C, so I'm going to take C, D, G, and H, and I'm going to do the same here. Okay, this is Excel. Okay, now if I want to have H in this way, so I'm going to use these rows, okay, in this column. So let me show you like this. I am going to select these rows with this column. Okay, I am not Picasso, that is the way the drawing in a computer. Okay, I can't. So I am going to select N, R, and B. Okay, so I am going to select them and I'm going to merge. Here I'm going to put OK. So there we have. And the same with O. I am going to select O and P and I am going to merge them. Okay, so I am going to start to explain this in HTML. So, but before I start explaining, I want to start in the way that I always explain you in class. So I am going to create a new folder. Okay, I'm going to put here for video. Okay, and I'm going to open Sublime Text, and here in Sublime Text okay, I'm going to explain how to open it once again. So you need to go to File, whoops, Open Folder. You need to locate the folder, select folder, and there you are. Okay, I'm going to delete this, close that window. Now I'm going to create the HTML file. So right click, new file, then I'm going to press Ctrl S, and here we are going to start writing the activities or the file's name. In this case is index.html. Okay, now doing this you are going to be able to start creating the HTML code. Okay, HTML. So there you have. Now I am going to delete this because in this moment we don't need it. In the title we are going to put networking. Let's put in capital sense, networking, and networking devices and health issues. Okay, okay. Now, I remember this. Do the same that I'm doing. I'm going to take from the line number 3 and I'm going to select everything to the line number 8 and I'm going to press tabulation key. The one is upper caps lock, bloqueo mayúsculas. So, in here. That is indentation. And remember that I am going to put at the end of the line 6 in this case, that is the opening body, and I'm going to press enter. Okay, so look at that the space that we have in the line 7 on the left part of the cursor is that is called indentation. Okay, so remember that we are going to start creating the header. Now I'm going to press enter. Now I'm going to write h1. Now I'm going to press enter, and here we are going to create a page for networking devices. I don't know what is happening with my capital sense. Networking working devices. Okay, now I am going to move to the line 11, that is the closing header, and I'm going to create the nav. Okay, the navigation part. Okay, so for creating options we're going to use UL, that is an order list, and every single item of the list we must use LI. Okay, enter. Now if I just put networking, I'm going to save it, Control S. I am going to go to the folder. I'm going to open this. I'm going to open it in Google Chrome in this case. So this is what we have. If you do like this, you just have a list. Okay, networking. If you add another one, that is the idea. The other one is for health. I'm going to press Ctrl S, and this is what we got. Okay, it's just a list. But if we want to have a link, so this is what we are going to use. I'm going to delete networking, and I'm going to delete health. Now I am going to write the tag A. So I'm going to select it, is this one, A. I'm going to press enter, and here I am going to write networking. Control S. I'm going to get back to the page, and I'm going to refresh or reload. Okay, so if you notice, health disappears because I delete health. Okay, and networking now, that word has an underline. That means that this is a link. But if I press it, nothing happens, because here in the line, in my case number 15, between the quotation marks I don't have nothing. So I need to write here our principal page name. That means this one, index.html. So I'm going to do it. So here I'm going to write index.html. Okay, that means that now if I refresh, everything changed that I did in all my files. I have to save it. So Control S, and I have to go to the page, and I have to refresh always. Now, if you put the mouse over the word, look at the cursor, follow the cursor, and look at here in this space. Let me sign the place. Look at here. Okay, look at to this place. So I am going to put the mouse over the word networking, and look at in that part, and you are going to notice that this is the link that we assigned. The link is index.html. Nothing happens if I click on it because it's the same page. Now I am going to copy all this from the line 14 to the line 16, and I'm going to copy and I'm going now to replace those lines, the lines 17, 18, and 19. So I'm going to paste the information, and I am going to change the information. So here I'm going to write health, and here I'm going to change the file's name to health.html. So I'm going to press Ctrl S. Now I'm going to refresh, and this is what we have. Okay, networking and health. So remember that this happens because I haven't created health file. Okay, so I'm going to get back, and now I am going to go to the end of the line 21, that is the closing nav, and now I am going to create a new tag that is called div. Okay, so this is a tag, and all tag. Let me try to explain you with this. I'm going to put here HTML, and here I'm going to put W3 schools, and I'm going to click here, and if you notice here, let me see if we have it here, but I don't think. I think we have it, but let me see in CSS first. Selectors, and let me see if here. Now this is just the explanation about how to use the selectors in CSS. And here, elements, attributes, hidden paragraphs. Let me see in this way. So HTML div tag W3 schools. Okay, div tag. Okay, this is a section in a document that is styled with CSS. Okay, look at here, div. So you can have, or you are able to have, many of these. So you can have something like this. So if you apply an style to this tag, the same style is going to be for all of them. Okay, now if you want to have an style for this one, and this tag is a style, you need it to be different from this one. You need to identify them. So there are two ways to identify them. So you need to use or the word ID or the attribute class. Okay, but in this case we are going to use ID. Okay, and here I'm going to put space. Is space. Okie dokie, and I'm going to save it. Okay, later I am going to work with that one. Okay, now we are going to create the tables, the table. So table, just for now I'm going to put border 1, and you know that putting border 1 is going to make that the table is visible to our eyes. Okay, now this is the table, and in HTML the first thing we need to create is the row. That is the reason that we put table row first. Okay, now we need to create the columns, and the columns are with the table data. Okay, now here I'm going to put A. So what do we have here? So let me come here, and I'm going to refresh, and I have a table one by one row, one column. Okay, now we need a table with 4 rows with 4 columns, but the easiest way to build them is that, if you notice, I have one row here, and that row has the 4 columns. So that is what we need to think first. So this is what I'm going to do right now. So this is the first column. Now I'm going to copy or select and copy the line 25. Okay, I'm going to Control Z, then I'm going to press enter, Control B. That means that I have the second column. I'm going to paste it here too, so we have the third column. Now I'm going to do it the same, and we have the 4 column. Now I'm going to come here and I'm going to refresh. So there we have 1 row, 4 columns. Now we need to have the same 6 times. So that means that we're going to have 6 rows. So the only thing that we need to do is that I'm going to select all the row, the table row, including the columns, the tables data, and I'm going to copy and I'm going to start pasting. So 2nd row, 3rd row, 4th row, 5th row, and the row number 6. And I'm going to start changing the letters. So A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let me see. I forgot the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, and Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, and X. And I'm going to save it, Control S, and I'm going to come to the page, and now we have our table. Okay, so let's start giving styles. So remember that we are going to use external styles. So for the external styles, I am going to come here in the line number 4. Okay, so remember that I'm going to name the lines considering my code. So if you want to have the same lines, do the same that I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to click on at the end of the line number 4. I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to start writing the tag link, and we are going to use this line, the line number 5 now, to link the CSS file that we are going to use for given styles. So I'm going to write style.css. Okay, I'm going to save it. I'm going to consider this name, and now I'm going to go here for video folders, right click, new file. Now Control S, and I need to be sure that we are in our folder. Now I am going to put the styles file's name, so style.css. Now I'm going to save it. Okay, now I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 enters, and now I'm going to write a table. This is our selector, and if you want to give some styles to your table, you need to go to this page that I'm going to put in this video description, and you are going to go here that it says CSS, and you are going to go to the part that says table. Where are you, table? Where are you? Tables here, and here you are going to have many options. You are going to have table borders, table size, table alignment, table style, and table responsive. Okay, so if we want to add borders to our table, so this is what I'm going to start doing now. Okay, I'm going to go to my HTML5, and I'm going to delete this one that says border. I am going to delete it in the line 24. Control S. I am going to go to our style CSS, and here I'm going to put table colon tr colon td, and here I'm going to put border, and I am going to put the same that we have here, 1px solid. Control S, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to refresh, and I'm continue having the same. Okay. uh, if I want here, let me try, and I'm going to use the paleta de colores HTML, and let me use this blue color. Let me try if this works. Control S, I'm going to go to the page, refresh, and look at. I really don't know if you notice, but now the lines are blue, okay, or dark blue. Let's put light blue, and this is not blue, but I don't care. Let me put it here, and let me come here. If I am going too fast, you now have the possibility to pause the video. Now let me refresh and look at. I'm going to leave it like this. I like it. Now I am going to come here and let me see if I'm going to put once again, but in the line in here in this way. I'm going to put table. I'm going to put with 100%. Control S. I'm going to come here. There we are. Okay. Now I am going to start doing here the same that I did in Excel. Okay. So if I want to have this cell in this way, I need to consider that I have to do something with A, with B, with E, and with F. So to expand A to take place with B, I am going to use call span. Okay, so I am going to get back to our HTML file, and I'm going to come to A, and here I'm going to put call span, and I'm going to put number 2. Why 2? Because A is going to take place its own place and B places. Now let me refresh. Look at. Now, if you notice here, now our table is in this order. Now I have to fix it. So I have two options. Now just one option. Okay, two options. I can delete D, table data, or I'm going to delete, I think that is better deleting B data table. Okay, table data, sorry. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to delete B, and I'm going to delete the completed. So let me Control S. Now I'm going to come here and I'm going to refresh, and now that A is taking place of A and B, I am going to do the same with C. Call span 2. So that means that I'm going to delete D. And let me show you. Okay, now I am going to do the same with A, that now we can take place of E and F. Okay, so if you are going to take places in this way, rows, you need to use row span. So I'm gonna do it right now. So beside cospan, I'm going to put row span 2, and the same here, row span 2. Control S. Now I'm going to refresh here, but now that a complete row now is here, so that means that we don't need those table data. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to go to E, F, G, and H, and I'm going to delete them, but just the table data. Okay, we need to leave the table row. So look at the line 29 and 30. We need to leave there the table rows, and I'm going to do it like this. Now I'm going to refresh here, and I am going to look at. Now our table is fixed. Now some students told me that you want to have A and C. I'm going to change C with B. Some students told me that they wanted to have A and B in the same way that we have it here in Excel. So let me show you. So we are going to come here to table, and we are going to come here to alignment. So we are going to put in the table data, we are going to put text align center. Okay, so I'm going to go to the table data here. I'm going to put text align, or just align center. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it here. It has double space. Let me see something here. Okay, look at, I'm going to show you why I didn't do it in the same way that this page says. Let me show you. I did it in the same table data. Why? Because, let me show you. Look at A and look at B. If you put it in the same way that the page, let me show you what happened. I am going to undo what I did. I'm going to show you. Okay, and I'm going to use the styles, and I'm going to put TD, and I'm going to put text align, and I'm going to put center, and let me show you what happens. Look at all the letters. You have everything center. If you want it, do it like this, but I am not going to do it like this. So I want to do it like this. So I am going to delete this, and I'm going to come here, and I am going to do mouse again the alignment center, and the same here, because I just want to have A and B with center alignment. So there we have. Okay, now the size of the row. So I'm going to do the same. If I take here and I say std, and I'm going to do height, and let's put 60 pixels. I'm going to refresh and look at what happens with all the cells. So I am going to show you how to do it just in A and B. Okay, so I am going to delete this. Okay, and here in A and B, here I am going to add an ID, and I'm going to call it A. And here I am going to add another ID, and I'm going to call it B. Now I am going to go to styles, and I'm going to put hashtag A, and here I am going to put hashtag B, and in both I'm going to put height 60 pixels in both of them. So let's see what happens. Okay, so now we are having the cells in the same way that we have it in Excel. Okay, so we have the cells in the same way. Now let's merge N, R, and V. Okay, so for doing this, I'm going to go to the HTML code. I am going to take N, and N I'm going to say row span 3. Why 3? Because we are going to take 1, 2, and 3, and that means that I'm going to take R and B, and I'm going to delete them. Let's save it, Let's refresh, and there we have. And we are going to do the same with O and P. So I'm going to go to O, and here I'm going to put call span 2. Why 2? Because it's going to take the place of O and P. Okay, so that means that I'm going to delete P. I'm going to save it, and now we have the table in the way that we need it. Okay, okie dokie. Now that is the table design. So what else I'm going to explain? Let me do something like this. Let me see. Let me think first. I'm going to use N for putting a video. So I'm going to use these videos, and I'm going to share with you those videos. So let me see. I think I already did it with 6E7 activity. I'm going to take those videos, and I'm going to paste those videos here. Okay, and I am going to go to our HTML tutorial, and I'm going to go to HTML video, and here in the example I'm going to copy all the lines, and I told you that I'm going to put the video in N. So here I'm going to paste the information, but remember this, I need to tag to give indentation here. So I'm going to select from the line number 40 to the line 43, and I'm going to press tabulation key 1 2 3 4 5, and now I am going to just select from the line 40 to the line 42, and I'm going to press tabulation key just one here. Now the video that we are going to use is an MP4, so that means that this line, the number 41 and the line 42, I am going to delete them. And okay, let me come here, and I'm going to okie dokie. Now nothing appears here because I haven't added the video, but now I'm going to go to HTML audio, and I am going to do the same. Okay, so I'm going to select these lines, or in this example, and I'm going to come here, and I told you that I'm going to read in the O cell. So, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to fix the indentation. I'm going to select, in this case, the lines 45 to the line 48, and I'm going to press the tabulation key until this part, because I need this alignment. Let me make a draw. Look at this. Oh, perfect line. Now I am going to give an space, or I'm going to indent this, just one, and I am going to use MP3 audio. So I'm going to delete the line number 45, and I'm going to delete the line number 46. I'm going to Control S, and I'm going to go to the page, and I'm going to refresh, and this is what we have. Now when we start writing information, the table is going to start fixing the sizes, but let me do it in this way. I'm going to use the tag or the cells I. So let me come here, I'm going to look for the I, and here I'm going to give a width. Let me put 300 pixels, and let me come here, and I'm going to refresh, and I think I think that for the J, I'm going to do the same with J. Let me see what it happens. Control S, let me do this, Control S, let me come here, let me refresh, and for me it's perfect. For me is perfect. Now I am going to put the video and the audio. So I'm going to go to my files. This is the video. I'm going to modify the name, rename, and I am not going to change the name. The only thing that I'm going to do is just copy the name to put it here, and now I am going to do the same with the audio, and I'm going to paste it here. Now Control S. Now I'm going to go to the page. Now we have both things, the video and the audio. So let me play here.
We learned about ICT tools. We defined the ICT tools.
Now I want to play the audio.
We learned about ICT tools.
So that means that that is perfect. Now let me show you what I want to do here. I want to put the video that is in N here. This is the video, and I'm going to add an attribute here. So I'm going to put baling. What is, and here let me put, I really don't know if this is okay. This is, baling is that you are going to align in vertical way from the top to down, okay? And if you look at this, we have a space here. So that means that if I start writing something here, this cells is going to resize, and the video always is going to be in the bottom of the cell. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the top part. So let me try. I really don't know if this is going to work, but let me refresh, and no. So okay, let me see here. A link HTML attribute element values, let me see, value top, yes, dot middle bottom baseline, and let me see an example here. Value middle, value baseline. Why it's not working? Because we have top middle bottom baseline, but here they put middle. Okay, I don't know what happened here. Value top. Let me do something here. Lorem ipsum, but why here? Here, lorem ipsum, and I'm going to come here. I'm going to could have all this information, and let me put it in M. So I'm going to come here in M, and I'm going to paste the information here, and the same, and I need to fix the indentation. What's up? Okay, like this. Control S, refresh, and look at that works. So if I start copying and pasting, copying and pasting, copying and pasting, copying, let's see what happens. The video is going to be always on top. So okay, that's perfect. Okay, now I'm going to press Ctrl C because I don't want to have this information here. That is M. Okie dokie. And we are going to do the same with the audio. So that means that here I'm going to put Baling and we're going to put top. Okay, so if you start putting information and if you notice that you don't like in the way that the page looks like, change the information, change the video places. Okay, so that's all about this part. Now I'm going to explain how to start adding styles to our header and to our menu, okay, or navigation part. So let's see. I'm going to start with a header. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to put it here. So I'm going to put header and I'm going to put a background color, and the color that I want is I don't know. I think no, I want to put it in black. Now here I'm going to add this one and I'm going to put this, and let's see. Okay, you already know why the fonts doesn't appear. It's because black background with font color in black, so it's not going to be visible for us. So that means that here I'm going to use once again the header but with the H1. Why H1? Because we have the title or the H1 inside the header. And here I'm going to put color and I'm going to put white. So white. Oh, let's put white smoke. Now I'm going to refresh and nothing happens. Ah, sorry, it's not with the, when you put the color's name, you cannot use the hashtag. Okay, networking devices. Now I'm going to resize the header. So here I am going to put height. I'm going to put 60 pixels and I'm going to put line break. No, line height the same pixels number, and this is what I have now. Okay, now let me do something here. I'm going to put asterisk. That means that I'm going to start giving styles to all the page. And look at here, I want you to focus in this part. Let me make a draw. Look at here and look at here. Okay, now I'm going to add margin 0 and let me show you what happens. Okay, márgenes. Okay, and look at networking and health. Look at the points that we have here. So I'm going to put here padding and I'm going to put 0 and look at what happened with that. It doesn't mean that the buttons or the points disappear. No, the dots are in a part of the page that we cannot see. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm going to get back to header and I'm going to use border bottom, but I'm going to add a left radius. I'm going to copy all the line and I'm going to paste it here and I'm going to change left with right, and look at what I'm going to do. I just in left I'm going to put 40 pixels and let me show you what is going to happen. Look at the left part, okay, and look at the right part. It's normal. So now here I'm going to put the same and look at, okay, perfect. I like it a lot. Now I am going to, let's see, this. let me show you here. Okay, centering text with CSS. So CSS layout horizontal and vertical. So CSS align. So here I am going to put this one. Okie dokie. So let me, I am not going to do it in the same way, but let me try something. So I'm going to go to this one. In this one, I am going to put margin auto. I am going to put here width 50% and let me try it here. Okay, but I think it's not with 50%. Let me use 100%. No, doesn't work. So you need to start testing the percentage that 800, no, 80. Oh, sorry, because my Spanish. No, so that means that I'm going to use less than 50. It's not. Let me try 0. No. 10%. No. Okie dokie. 50. Once again. Let me try 40. Okay, 30. Okay, I'm going to leave it like this. Why? Because if I put 20, I think that devices is going to disappear. But devices, we have it here, and that is ugly. So I'm going to use 30. And this is just a error and test, prueba y error. Okay, so I'm going to leave it in 30. And this is the way that I have the title in the with center alignment. Okay, just for the student that wants to do this. If you don't want it, forget about this. Okay, now I already finished the header. Now I'm going to work with the nav. So here I'm going to put nav, but remember this. Let me try this. Nav, background color, and I think with black. I'm going to use the same table border. I'm going to use this one. And background color, here I'm going to put hashtag, Control V, Control S, and let me try it. Okay, but now I'm going to give a height. I'm going to give 50 pixels. Okay, now I am going to give a line height, the same 50 pixels. Okay, and now I'm going to use nav ul li. Okay, and here, look at networking and look at health. I want to have one beside the other, so here I'm going to use float, and this is up to you. You can use right, and let me show you what happened. Look at where health and networking is, and if you notice, now we have the points. I'm going to leave it like this because here I want to put a list style. Here I'm going to put none, and look at what happened with the points. Disappears. Now they are not visible. And here I'm going to put margin right. In this case, no margin revert, no margin right. Why right? Because in float I put right, and here I'm going to put 30 pixels, and let me show you. No, pixels. There we have. Okay, or if you want to have them on the left part, so here you are going to put left, and here you are going to put left, and look at. Okay, I'm going to leave it like this. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to come here, I'm going to use nav ul li a. Why? Because we have nav ul is inside nav, li or li is inside ul, and a is inside li. Okay, that is the way that I'm going to do it, like this. And here I'm going to put text decoration, and here I'm going to put known, because I don't like having the line under the letters. Now here I'm going to put padding, and here padding is like a relleno. Let me show you. Let me, this is just for showing you what I'm talking about. I'm going to put a background color, and I'm going to put an ugly color. I'm going to put white. Let me show you what happens. Look at the letters. Okay, now I'm going to put padding, and I'm going to put 30 pixels. Look at what happened. It's like relleno, I think so. This is the way that I call it. But 30, I don't like it. Let me show you 10. No, let me show you 15, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing this. Um, Now 15, 16, a little bit more bigger. I think I am going to leave it in 16. Okay. Now I am going to take out the white, the background color. And now let me show you. Okay, I'm going to copy this from the line 30 to the line 33 in my code. I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to add to the A double points, and I'm going to put over with H. And now I'm going to put a background color, and let me put black, and in here I'm going to put color white smoke. Let me show you what happens here. But before, okay, I'm showing you. I am showing you. And here we can do the same. If you want it, you can put border, left, radius. Let me put it 20 pixels, and let me add a border, right, radius the same, and okay, let me save it, let me refresh, and this is what we have. Oh, I like it, I like it. And here in this one I'm going to get back to this uh, section, and here I am going to put color white smoke. Let me see what happened here. Okay, I like it. So if I put the mouse here, I have networking, and if I click here health, nothing happens because we don't have this file done. Okay, now this is the last part of the video. I think it's too long, but you are going to have all the information for doing this activity, and you are going to be able to access to this video wherever or the times you want. Okay, so this is the last part that I'm going to do. I am going to get back to Sublime Text. I am going to go back to index HTML. Now I am going to go to File, Save As, and here I am going to put Health. No more, okay? No more. Save it. Now I am going to, if you notice, we have index and we have health HTML. Now I'm going to go to health HTML and I'm going to change networking devices and I'm going to change it with health issues. Control S, and I'm going to go back here and I'm going to refresh. Now I'm going to click on networking. Now I'm going to click on health and look at what happens. Now you're going to use this page to start using or giving or putting the information, and the information that you are going to start putting here is about networking devices, and in networking devices, so that means this part is going to be in the page called index.html, and this part about health issues is going to be in health HTML file. Okay, and here you have the links of reference about ICT health issues, networking devices, and this is about how to put videos in HTML and audios in HTML. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it's useful for you. If you have any question, don't write nothing in the description of this video. Just ask me at school. Okay, so thank you for being here and bye bye.